I was on the cruise ship, and it's weird that no one has been alerted. Like, I got an email this morning from Carnival that was like, a survey, tell us how your cruise was. How about an email that says, hey, there's a guy missing. Did you see him? He was.
It's hard to believe that anyone can just go missing off of a cruise ship and no one knows what happened. How can you just vanish into thin air and no one knows anything? Meet Kevin McGrath, the father of two from Port St. Lucie who went missing on Monday, September 4th, 2023. Every year, approximately 200 guests go missing off of cruise ships. Whether they jumped overboard, didn't make it back to the ship, these people have never been found. Or if they are, unfortunately, it has a result that we don't want to talk about right now. Kevin was last seen in this video dancing, as you see here. He wasn't with anyone. You see him talking to a woman, but I was told that was not a family member he was talking to. But you see him here dancing, having fun. He does have a drink in his hand, so I'm assuming that he was drinking. Now, no one has said anything about his history with alcohol, so I'm not going to assume that he was drunk or he couldn't control his liquor at all. Details get a little tricky at this point, because originally it was said that he was sharing a room with his father, and at 7 a.m. the dad heard somebody open up the door but didn't see who it was. And I also want to tell you guys, they were celebrating Kevin's dad's birthday. That was the whole point of the cruise, so I can't even imagine how the family is feeling right now. However, it has been confirmed now he was sharing a room with his brother, and his brother heard him between the hours of 2 and 3 in the morning. Now, Carnival Cruise actually said the key fob, or the key to the room, was used approximately at 3:30 a.m. Kevin's brother is stating that he did not see Kevin enter in the room, but he heard someone open up the door and then close it. So we don't know if Kevin happened to go in the room or if that was even Kevin. Kevin was supposed to meet his family at 7 a.m. that morning for breakfast. However, Kevin never made it. The family immediately contacted the staff, trying to put out something to let people know Kevin is missing. They searched for him, but unfortunately the family was then rushed off the ship. The interesting thing that I want to point out is that the cruise line actually then continued and took on new guests and then shipped out again for their next event. So if there was somebody who went missing on the cruise line, why didn't they pause that next venture and just wait until they were able to find Kevin? Instead, they proceeded with their next venture, which is very suspicious to me. I guess in a business sense, yeah, they have to keep it going, keep it moving, because they can't they don't want to miss out on money. You know what I mean? As far as having the new guests have to wait because there's some kind of delay. But if someone is missing, you just think there would be more of an effort. What's also very alarming is that the guests were not aware. There's two women on TikTok. One spoke out vocally and said, like, hey, I didn't even know that there was somebody missing. I was on that same cruise line. This is very suspicious, you guys. Let's go ahead and take a look at it.
A cruise with the guy who went missing. To be clear, I don't know him. His name is Kevin McGrath. I've never met him, but I was on the cruise ship, and it's weird that no one has been alerted. Like, I got an email this morning from Carnival that was like, a survey, tell us how your cruise was. How about an email that says, hey, there's a guy missing. Did you see him? He wasn't seen past 2 a.m. He never showed up to meet his family for breakfast. This is his photo. Like, I found out he was missing on the news, on Yahoo News, scrolling. I was like, oh my goodness, that was the ship I was on. Is this what happens when you go missing on a cruise ship? They're not even going to alert the other passengers who might have seen something? My friends have been in contact with the family members, and when they post like the missing poster on the Carnival Facebook page, it gets pulled down. This is not okay.
So question, so no one was asked like, hey, have you seen this man? Was there an announcement made over the speaker to alarm people and let people know? Who was the one who even gave the video of Kevin around 2 a.m. dancing? There's so many questions that have gone unanswered. And the family stated that they have not had hardly any communication with Carnival Cruise. It's almost like they wanted to suppress this and not let people know. Now, from a business sense, you don't want people frantic. However, if someone is missing, at least you can make an announcement or let people know because, hey, maybe someone's seen him. But people who were on that same cruise line had no idea. This could have been their brother, their father, their child that went missing, and no one would have known. Fortunately, the Coast Guard has stopped their search for Kevin. However, Miami-Dade County is still looking for him. Now, something that I found interesting, that cruise lines actually have a sensor when someone goes overboard, and they also have cameras around the ship. Now, they're stating that the sensors did not go off, and they have checked the cameras. I guess they're still continuing to check, but something tells me that's even not true either. Carnival Cruise have seemed like they've been doing a massive cover-up of this and trying to suppress this. Again, I understand business, but at the same time, this is a human life that was on your cruise and just vanished out of thin air. Another conflicting story is whether or not they have cameras in the hallways. Allegedly, they do have cameras, but the cameras weren't working. And then I heard that they don't have any cameras in the hallways. In the hallway, I'm talking about, leading up to the room. They're stating that the cameras are not working. And then there's another story that said they don't have any cameras in the hallway. But someone have had to seen something. Who was Kevin hanging around with after the club or the party or wherever he was? Like, there had to be somebody hanging out with him, or at least seen him hanging around. Now, a lot of people question, why wasn't the family there? Why was he alone by himself? I don't want to hold the family accountable. I think, sometimes you go on vacations with your family and they want to go to bed and you're like, well, I still want to hang out and party. Remember, it was the last night. He might not have wanted to go to bed because he wanted to enjoy his last night. So I'm not going to hold that against the family. Kevin's sister has been very vocal, and she confirmed that there was no kind of argument or fight. She also said he's a father of two, so he wouldn't have committed the S word. You know what word I'm talking about, you guys, but I can't say it. Now, I do want to say that if he was going through something, I hope that he has healed from it. Again, and she's saying that that wasn't a possibility. I don't want to put that out there, but it's just so many different questions and scenarios that we can go with this. Hopefully, Kevin is found safe and alive. I do believe that he did make it off that boat. We just don't know how. Thank you guys for watching.